What's up, guys? Higgy Pop here, Higgy Pop Comics. In the comic room. Let's check out some comics. I'm up to the same old. I stopped by my friend's shop, the Conan collectible shop, and I told you he came across some comics and he asked me to come by and check them out. So I did. That was a couple days ago. I didn't have time a couple days ago, and I didn't have a lot of scratch. But I did also get my weekly poll. Let me go over some of those things. Let me go over some of these things. Cyborg, issue number 2, booyah. I got this and I read it, and I enjoy it, man. The art's different, but it's good. He does a good job. And, you know, this is Booyah Boy, because that's what there's a reporter in here, and she refers to Cyborg as Booyah Boy. And I think she's got she doesn't really care for Cyborg too much, so she gives him a hard time. But Cyborg's doing his thing, and his father was killed or died last issue, but his consciousness was put into an AI robot, and that's what Cyborg's dealing with. And he's also dealing with some old school villains, and it's cool, man. It's going along. It's chugging right along. I like it. And this is the creme de la creme, the world's finest issue number, what are we on, 16. It's going great. Real great. You want to know why? Hawkman's in it. I got Hawkman sighting. We have a Hawkman sighting copy. Yeah, and they're getting to the bottom of this this whole, what is he called? He's called the, I forgot what they call him. Anyways, this guy, he's been around for years and years and years. It's just the name's not coming to me. But anyways, he's super enhanced, more strong and powerful than he ever has been, because not only can he take on the powers of the superheroes, but in the past he was just like a blunt instrument. He was just all power. Now he's got all the intelligence of all the scientists, so he's dominant, man. He's dominant. And he's giving him a hard time. So Flash is in it, Robin. Let me go down the list. World's finest. And all the scientists, Magnus and Metamorpho. And yeah, it's great. The Amazo. It's called Amazo. So this is the Ultra Amazo now, all right? And yeah, Ultra Amazo, that's him. And so now he's intelligent, smarter than it. Anyways, Hawkman. And Hawkman is taking on three of the AI robots from Superman's the Kalex, and he's taking on Cyborg, Superman, and all the other Supermen, and he's doing a good job, man. He smashes Kalex. Next. And then who else rolls on the scene? Because all the machines are going crazy, going against humanity. There's Plastic Man down there. And, yeah, man. Even G.I. Robot's on the scene. And he goes bad because he is AI. And, yeah, it's great. It's just a great book. Read it. You got to read it. If you don't read it, we can't be friends anymore. Yeah, it's real good. What else? All right, Superman, issue number 5, Dawn of DC. This is, I like it, man. I like it. Jimmy Olsen is going out with the Banshee, that Superman villain. And Banshee's all cool, man. She's good. She's a good girlfriend and everything, man. She wants to do the right thing. But she gets, let's see, her mind gets taken over a little bit. And by the villain that's in this storyline. They're called Pharma or something like that. And, yeah. So she turns into the Banshee, and she starts using her Banshee powers against Superman down in Metropolis, raising hell. And Jimmy Olsen helps out. Jimmy Olsen's like, hey, that's my girlfriend, Superman. Don't beat her up. And he calms her down, and then they cure her. They get the thing out of her mind. And a lot going on. Lex Luthor in the I can't spoil it. You got to read it. Lex, it's bad news for Lex, man. I'm telling you. I like it. I like it. I like what's going on. And I was at the shop, right? And I had to get this because I needed it. This is Brave and Bold, issue number 79. Yeah, man. And this is, actually, this is the first Neil Adams interior art on Batman. And obviously it's fantastic. And I bought the other one, I think it was issue number 78 or 80. It was the first appearance of Hook, the villain in this. And the dead man's trying to do detective work and find out who his murderer was. And Batman's helping him. Ba, ba, ba. And the witness of his murder gets murdered. And it just goes on and on. His brother, this and that, and all sorts of stuff. Just a fantastic. Check it out, man. I got it for a great price down the street from my house. Yeah, man. It's good stuff. Good stuff. Neil Adams. And I'm not done reading this. I got this the other day. This is like a trade. It's called The Last Planet Standing. And, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's got some newer characters, Marvel characters in here that I don't know and I don't care about too much. But Galactus is hungry. He wants to go to the next level. He doesn't want to be dependent on eating planets to survive anymore. He wants to go beyond. He doesn't want to do that more. So he collected up all this stored energy from planets and stuff, and he's got a big plan of getting to the next level. And that includes he has to kill Earth. He already killed Asgard, and Thor's all the Norse gods are down, and it's crazy, man. They're down and out. Fantastic Four had an idea, but that got blown out of the water. So I'm riveted. It's got me on the edge of my seat. And anyways, I went back to Harvey's today, and I made a little haul. But I had some bad news when I showed up there, because before I left the last time, I put some comics aside, about that much comics. I said, I'll come back for those later. And I said, and then I'll look through the rest of the 30 long boxes. Because there was tons of, I didn't have time. I could spend days there. So he says, all right. So I go back 2 or 3 days later, today, and he says, don't touch the boxes. Some guy claims he's going to come get them all. I says, fair is fair. He's going to buy them. I'm not going to cherry pick them. Let's do this an honest deal. I said, where's those ones you put aside for me? And I grabbed those. And here they are. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. That's coming right up. Coming right up, coming right up, coming right up. And another Atlas comic. And it turns out I already have this. But this is Planet of Vampires, issue number 2. What I need is issue number 1. I have 2 and 3. And it's cool, man. I love Atlas. Their short-lived run in the comic world did some great work. This is Pat Broderick art inside. And it's just great art from the 70s, man. You know, this is like 75. And I love it. I love it, man. It's just good stuff. Good stuff. And Man Wolf. This is Creatures on the Loose. All right, number 31. Okay, you pipe down. One more sound out of you, and we'll. Hey, who the what? Oh my God! It's a werewolf. It's Man Wolf, the beast within. And I love this. Great cover. But as you can see, some Ugats had a marker and put it over the Man Wolf's face. If I find that Ugats, he's in deep, deep, deep trouble. But other than that, it's in great shape. And, you know, George Tuska and Vince Colletta did all the art on this. And it's just, I love people, the way people draw wolves, werewolves, and all that stuff. I love it. I love drawing them myself. And it's just good stuff, baby. Man Wolf. All right. And I attacked this whole swath of Action Comics, and I collect Action, but this numbering from, like, let's say the late 400s to into the 500, early 500s, I don't really collect a lot of that, so I'm kind of sparse. So there's a bunch of those in there. So here's issue number 519, and yeah, Giordano and Buckler on the cover, and 519. I didn't have it, so I got it. I had my list with me today, so I knew what I needed. All right, Action Comics and Action Plus with Aquaman. So, you know, this is like probably back in like 81 or 82, 80. And issue number 522. Turn off your time tornado for the sake of humanity. Humanity does not count, only my duty. Issue number 522, Action Comics. You know, Chris Swan does all the art inside. You know, and this really... I never went over my Superman with you guys yet. I gotta share all my action in Superman. I have a lot of the 200s in action, all the 200s and 300s, and a little bit, you know, sparse in the hundreds, because, you know, it's a lot of money. And here we go. Action Comics, issue number 524. Here's Clark Kent beating up Superman. How does that happen? I don't know. All right. And here is Action Comics, issue number 528. I can't break loose from the grip of this death planet. Nothing can save Earth now. Wrong, Superman. This is a job for a brainiac. See? Another bonus story of Aquaman inside there. And this is when comics, you know, they were still good, one-issue, simple, great stories. I miss those days. Issue number 530, Action Comics. And Aquaman and the Atom have a bonus story in this. This is all fun stories, baby. Action Comics, 530. I wonder who does this cover. Let me see. Andrew and Giordano. It almost looked like Gil Kane type of sketching. And this is Buckler and Giordano on this cover. This is issue number 533. And I got to bag and board these things, but they're all in pretty good shape. And they're all good, baby. Now, I got the Superman. Issue number 357. Superman. And Chris Swan does the inside arts. But, you know, Andrew and Giordano did this cover. And I think Swanee. Yep, Chris Swan on the inside, obviously. But there you go, man. 357. All right. Superman, issue number 337. That's enough. I quit. I don't want to be Superman anymore. I'm taking my toys and going home. All right, baby. I love this guy. I love him. I love that guy. He's always trying to kill Silver. And Superman, issue number 339. And this is a sweet spot of Superman in my collection that I need to, you know. And so this helps me out. Helps me out greatly. I will bag and board these. Issue number 343. Andrew and Giordano on the cover. This bag is crap. It's crap. Alright. And Superman. Issue number 344. I love this cover. This is a classic. You are powerless, Superman. Now I drink your blood to make you my slave. You guys may have seen this cover around. You got like a Frankenstein guy grappling him as the vampire comes over to the old Kryptonian neck. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yep. And I have Superman, issue number 356. Boom. Yep, these were simpler times. Extra, The Fabulous World of Krypton. That's an extra story. And let's see. Superman, issue number 357. I'll save you, Vartox. No, Superman, go back. Otherwise, this cosmic monster will devour us both. An extra story of Superman 2020. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Superman, issue number 359. It's a cool cover. Cool cover. You got to give it to him. You know, great Superman pose. Classic. Indeed. And Superman, issue number 360. Keep firing. Kill me if you can. Extra story as The Fabulous World of Krypton continues. Yeah, these are classic, man. Just great one-and-done stories, man. Yes, sir. And everyone knows this one. Okay, this is Superman with the John Byrne run. And, right? I already have this, but it can't hurt to have another one. All right. And I grabbed some Green Lanterns. I didn't have these. This is volume 2 for Green Lantern with Len Wein and Dave Gibbons. Issue number 186. He's going against the old Mysterio. What's he doing? Eclipso, I mean. Eclipso with his little elf outfit. And let's see. Green Lantern, issue number 37. Fourth down and hell to go. There's old Hal with the white streak in his hair. And I got one more Green Lantern. I want answers now! He's yelling at the little blue dwarfy dude. Alright. And I needed this. I'm glad I put it aside. Commandy, issue number 36. I didn't have it. The animal is ours. The alligators and gorillas are fighting over Commandy. He's half in the water. Can you see what I'm saying? Can you see? Yep, and that's the Joe Kubert took over at this time on that cover. Good stuff. This is I give this a grade of whoa plus. Definitely readable. It's good stuff, man. Good cover by Kubert. And this is my buddy Shannon. He's rubbing off on me. I'm slowly just getting into these. This is Adventures on the Planet of the Apes, issue number 8. I have a couple of these. So, you never know, man. I may put something together here. Bring the struggling savage down quickly. We need 2 more humans to target practice. Those damn dirty apes. Alright, I got Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, joins forces with Giant Man. I like Goliath, so I grabbed this. Alright. Why not? Why not? And I love this whole thing, the Stan Lee with the Just Imagine. I have trade paperbacks in this, but this is a one with I don't even know, but I'm sure I read it before. But I just was into it, man. I love Jerry Ordway, and we're gonna go with it. It's good reading. It's a whole premise where it's Stan Lee. Oh, this is why I went back today. Okay, I put these aside because I didn't want no one to take them, and I got them today. This is, I'm trying to put together this run. This is Charlton Comics, The $6 Million Man, issue number 4. Yes, indeed. I love these, man. I love it. All right. And issue number 8. And let me get it out of the plastic. It's all skigats. It's all skigats. Let's see. Issue number 8. Yeah, I love it, man. The $6 Million Man. Story by Joe Gill. Art by Himes and Boyette. Yeah, man. Yep. Yeah, I have, I don't know what other issues I have. I have, here's one. I have issue number 2. That's a great cover. Great. Yeah, so I didn't even do any research on the $6 Million Man by Charlton. I don't even know how many issues there are. But I want to talk to you guys about, I'm thinking about going over some Conan, starting to go over some Conan with you guys. All right? And because I'm very proud of my Conan collection. And hold on a second. Hold on. I really, I had the Hawkman Blues, as you remember. So I decided to cure it by rereading my Conans. So that's what I do. I'm going to reread my Conans because I got to take care of my Hawkman Blues. And when I read my Conans, I really get into it. Crumb. Sonia. Crush your enemy, see them driven before you, and hear the validation of the women. Sonya, you can take it. So, yeah, I get into it. You got to get into character when you read Conan. And let me show you something. This was the template for the first Conan series coming out for Marvel. Let me show you this. This is, where is it? Yes, there it is. I got it. This is Chamber of Darkness, issue number 4. Some of you guys may not know about this, but I learned about this probably about 10 years ago. This was a character softly based on Conan the Barbarian, all right? And, you know, Barry Windsor Smith really cut his teeth with the art on this. This obviously came out before the Conan series came out. This came out right in 1970, you know, and this came out in April of 1970. And, but, you know, Roy Thomas wrote it, just like he did a lot of the Conan. And, you know, man. And, it's the second story in the back of this. I'll show you, you know, just a little preview. I don't know how Conan does this, man. All right. So this is Chamber of Darkness, issue number 4. There's no Conan, no Barbarian on the front cover. So once you get into the side, you get into this. Let's see here. Okay, here it is. It is Sword and Sorcerers. All right. As you can see, you see that character there, even the helmet, just like the first couple of Conans in the Marvel books. And by all the gods of the great abyss, my mighty blows have no effect on the fire-breathing man-dragon conjured by the troll. Yet I must fight on for the city of Zardath. All right, so it's like a hero's journey. It's a short story, and I think, oh, let me go through it. If I can remember, I think it was, and you know, Barry Windsor Smith. It's his early attempts at this barbarian type of art, and I like it. I mean, it's very different. You can tell he's not really drilled down on his art yet. But this is the early. I mean, this is the earliest of what's to come with Conan, and it's great. And I'm trying to see what this guy's name was. Let's see. Yes, the true brainless. Da, 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 da. No, 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 no. And it's great. It's great. So it's like a hero's journey, and that's right. It has to do with this writer. In current times, there's a writer or something, and he's trying to write a story, and he comes up with a barbarian, you know, sword and sorcery story or something. And it's been a long time since I read this. And let's see here. Let's see. I don't know how Conan does this with his hair. All right. But check it out. You know, Barry Windsor Smith, Early Barry Windsor Smith. You know, maybe this was like a trial run they were giving him. And you could tell the helmet, it's very Conan-esque. And do you hear my words, my lord? Is I, Moro, your faithful minstrel. Yeah, it's a very short story, but this was the template for a Conan, all right? A lot of people will say that, and so I had to pick it up out of curiosity years ago. I found it. I think I got it on like Amazon or eBay. Found it for cheap. It's not the best copy, but I was curious. All right? You know, anything to do with Conan. And let me show you. Let me show you. I'm just gonna... Here we go. I do not have issue number 1 because I did not rob a bank. But here's a, you know what I'm saying. And I got this a couple of years ago. And someday, you never know, maybe I'll have issue number 1. Let's check it out, though. Let's check it out. As you can see, look at the helmet. You know, that looks like our other barbarian. And this is classic. This is what I see when I close my eyes at night. I see this cover. And Barry Windsor Smith, man. And, you know, this has all the shiny paper inside, but what are you going to do? This is what I got to get. The Hyperion age, man. All the classic Conan action. And as you go through, I think Conan just got better and better. Got better and better with age. And like I'm very curious. This is like Barry Windsor Smith has the proportions of the face are a little off to me in his beginning artworks. Like you can see this guy's side profile. See that? That's if you look at it, it's a little weird. You get that sometimes, you know, and but he irons all this stuff out. He really progresses, you know. Look at me, I'm an art critic, and but it's great, right? That's Conan number 1. Almost Conan number 1. But what I do have, see, I like how we drew the women too. Very distinct, you know. It's cool. And look how lean Conan was. See how lean he was? A young buck. And as time goes on, he gets bigger, thicker, more jacked. And you know, it's good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, this is very simple, but it's good. Classic. And I think we'll end it here. I wanted to show you what I'm reading now. You know, sometimes you got to go back in the Wayback Machine just to back to the roots, you know? Issue number 2. I got this. I've told the story before. I was a young lad, a small barbarian, and I went to a Comic-Con. Comic-Cons were very rare back then. I didn't know what it was. My older cousins were going. They grabbed me. I had some paper route money, and I spent $50 on this years and decades ago. I don't spend $50 on a comic today. And then when my dad found out what I spent on it, he amputated me. This is not my original head, you know. My original head. I was a good-looking kid, and but things worked out great. Conan the Barbarian, issue number 2. Classic. I love this. You're the best. All right, we're running out of time, guys. Read your comics because they make you smart.